Hey YouTube, Tim here. I figured I'd give y'all a little thrift haul today. Today was April the 20th, 2019, Saturday, Easter weekend. There wasn't any really garage sales around my area today, so I didn't really go to any. I drove by a couple, they just didn't look like they were worth stopping at hardly. I did go to one thrift store though, so I figured I'd show you what I picked up today. Let me see. Kept this receipt in my pocket all day. I spent a total of, you see it right there, $10. You can kind of see, but that's all I spent. First off, I also got a lot of stuff for $10, I think. Got this laundry basket full of Nerf guns. I'll show you a few. I mean, they're just basic generic Nerf guns. All of them seem to be working. They're in really good condition too. A lot of times I'll pick up Nerf guns and they'll be in pretty banged up, dirty, missing pieces, stuff like that. Got some bullets for those. Nothing really spectacular, I don't think. I haven't looked any of them up yet, but I've bought a whole lot of Nerf guns before. And some of them sell really well if you get the right ones. I'll probably end up lighting a lot of these up. And actually this is a PlayStation Cabela's gun, so this isn't even a Nerf gun. This says Dart Tag. I'll just go through these real quickly. And a lot of them still have bullets in them. But, I mean, you've seen Nerf guns before, I'm sure. Yeah, a lot of these I'll lot up. Some of the smaller ones, it'll be easy to lot up. I'll sell them that way. I might try to sell them on Facebook Marketplace. They do all right in this area sometimes. Just depends. It's getting to be summertime. We're getting warmer outside. Springtime, summertime. Kids want to go play with Nerf guns. So a lot of people buy these things sometimes too. If you look up like modified Nerf guns, people will buy them for like cosplay type things. Modify them, make them look like certain guns on video games and stuff. A lot of odds and end parts. I've sold the bigger ones of these before. This is actually the first one of these smaller ones I picked up. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. You can usually tell. Sometimes that springle gets sprung down in there. This one actually looks like it actually might work. I'll test it all out. The rest of it's just, I'll show you. We got odds and ends down here in the bottom. Clips. Handles. And that's a laser sight, I believe. Got a Nerf laser sight. And anyway, so all those was included in the $10. I walked in and they had all these in this laundry basket. So I just grabbed the whole laundry basket. So I'm getting that. The guy's okay. I go in there quite often. The guy knows me pretty well. He never charges me a whole lot for most things. He doesn't tend to look a lot of stuff up. It's all donation stuff, but it goes towards I believe like a halfway house. It supports a halfway house pretty much. That's pretty much all the Nerf guns. But they still try to make some money so they can keep the doors open and pay the electric bill and stuff like that. He will look some stuff up now and then and charge me quite a bit for some things, or try to charge me quite a bit for some things. I don't always pay it. And then I also got this box of stuff. Go through this. I'll slow down a little bit on these. A couple notepads because I always need another notepad and there's nothing in them. Let's see. I got a couple old patterns. You can see those. I thought they were interesting. It says Honolulu, Hawaii right there on the bottom. I don't know. I guess that's where they're made. They look like that might have been used. These were donated from another sale to that thrift store. I believe that's a church garage sale probably donated them. A lot of these will have prices on them because they're donated from people's leftover garage sale stuff, things like that. Got this chunk of glass. I just thought it was interesting. It's not really worth a whole lot, I don't think. I think if you find some bigger pieces like this, it's melted slag glass. Some people use them for landscaping and aquarium type things. But I don't know, I just thought it was interesting, so I picked it up. Let's see. I got one of these, but probably gonna give it to my kid. It's a lightsaber. I think these used to be worth quite a bit more. I see them quite a bit now. This one doesn't have. This one needs batteries, but yeah, my kid will run off of that. Let's see. What's I got here? I threw this in the box. It's a little Logitech laptop camera. I don't think it's worth a whole lot. I just threw it in there just in case. I don't know. I'll give it a look over. It has a model number, I think. V-UBU48. Yeah, it's probably not worth a whole lot. We'll see. Let's see. Also, I got this box. I got a bag of hinges. There's probably at least 30 of these hinges. It's like cabinet hinges. The hidden hinges, I believe they're called, or something like that. But they're a little dingy. I'll have to wipe them down a little bit. But usually stuff like this, hardware for cabinets and drawer pulls, knobs and stuff, I'll pick it up because I'll lot these up in a certain number of lots. I'll look them up, see what people sell them as. I don't see any names on these that would make it easier, but even if you make just a little bit off of one lot, I mean, you got several lots of them, you make quite a bit. But bag of hinges, thought that was pretty cool. I always pick up hardware like that. These things, on these two boxes there, I picked up both of them. They're both exactly the same thing. I opened it up and looked at them. This is, I believe this is pewter, but it is a candle snuffer, I believe. It's made in Taiwan. ROC. I don't know if it's focusing on that. Made in Taiwan. ROC. And it is hummingbirds on there. I believe that's pewter. I just thought they were interesting. I haven't looked none of this stuff up. I really don't know what it's worth. But two of them, they're both exactly the same. I opened both boxes and looked at them, make sure they were in there and everything. Both brand new. I might sell them both together. We'll see how much they're worth, and it won't never go back in the box the way it came out. All right, there we go. And let's see. I picked this up. Looked interesting. It probably not worth a whole lot. It's a Air Force Community College of the Air Force. It's a ruler, but I thought it was kind of cool. It had Air Force advertisement on it, aim high, and it's got a blue dot. I guess that was somebody's garage sale dot probably, and like metric conversions and stuff on the back. But it's pretty cool looking. I don't know if you can see it. It's got a little bit of dinginess and some wear, but somebody might want it. I also found a couple of these things. These are pretty interesting. I've sold one of these before. This is, set it down. There's pieces to it. Fall apart. This is coin cracker, inertia. Yeah, inertia. Texas native inertia nutcracker. Somebody had a $5 price tag on it and didn't sell it. But this one's actually in pretty good shape. The one I sold before had a little bit of wear where it had been used quite a bit. And what you pretty much do. Oh. No, this thing goes on there somehow. But you put your pecan in there. You pull this back. You stick your pecan in there, and you let it go, and it cracks the pecan. I've actually never tried it before with a pecan, but I've sold one or two of these before. They sell all right. It'll probably sit there for a little bit before it actually sells. And this one has the box. And it looks like some sort of, yeah, kind of shows you what to do on there. But it also has, which is rip, but it also has the instructions. So I'll straighten those back out and put those in there. It shows you exactly how to use the nutcracker. And a couple of really ancient rubber bands. Yeah, I always thought these were pretty cool. My parents actually have a giant pecan tree in their front yard. But I've still never tested these out. I've never... Being in Texas, I mean, it makes sense that I'm buying a Texas native inertia nutcracker. And I found a second one. And this one is... The box is a little rough for shape. It looked like somebody had been using this one quite a bit more recently. They actually... rubber band everything together, and you kind of see it's got a little more wear right there than the other one did, but the rubber bands look like they're a little bit newer, but works pretty good. I figure I'd probably get maybe 20 bucks out of each of them. Kind of heavy to charge shipping on these. And I'll probably, since I have the one with the instructions, I'll probably go ahead and copy the instructions and put the copy of the instructions in here with this one and say copy of original instructions in the listing. Then list it like that. And a couple more things. I thought this was really cool. I wasn't exactly sure what it was to. It probably weighs 20 pounds. This is, I believe, a crane hook, and it is heavy, and it is solid iron, and it's, I mean, can see. I don't think this bolt's original. It does have a couple of numbers on it. There's 2062, I think it says right there. It's hard to hold up with one hand. And it has some more numbers right there. I don't think the blue paint's original either. It has some more numbers right there that are printed on it, or I mean, made into it. They're a little bit harder to read. I think it says 15-233. 38-000. I believe that's what it says, but you can see they're kind of a little bit harder to read. That thing is heavy. This thing's a workout. I think it'll probably sell alright. I think probably industrial, listed as industrial, maybe even steampunk. Of course, I'm already have to FedEx this and charge $25 shipping. Excuse me. But yeah. I think this is probably one of my better finds today, in my opinion. And then the last thing I have is this thing. I seen this right before I paid for everything and walked out the door. This is a Evangeline balsa wood kit for this boat right here. And it tells it's ½ inch equals 1 foot. It makes 11-inch model. It has been opened, and it's by the Freedom Song Boatworks, but it has been opened. But I looked at it, and it still has all the stuff in here as far as I can tell. It's got the instructions. It's all rolled up. All the instructions to it. It's got some of the wood pieces that need to be cut out, and I don't know if this was somebody that had started to do this or if this is the way they came, but it's still stuck. It's stuck to the board, ready to cut out. I think it might have came that way because all of them seem to be that way. The ones that need to be cut out. There are some other pieces that are the little piece. There are some other pieces that are in here that And the sails, the fabric for the sails. Like these little pieces, they're still stapled in the bag. Looks like factory staple, probably. It's got all the rigging and stuff like that in there. And then it's got the pre-cut pieces. There's a good handful of those. It doesn't look like anybody's ever messed with it. I'll have to go through all the pieces and look at the instructions and everything, make sure it's all there. I did kind of look this one up. I seen this particular one that somebody sold, I believe on auction for around $50 plus shipping. But I seen some other stuff by this same brand that was going up for $100 plus on auction. I'll do some more research and see where I want to put mine at, and make sure it's all there. If I can. If not, I'll sell it as is and show the pieces that are there and the instructions and everything. Oh, you have to put the instructions in there. My chair's a little squeaky. Sorry about that. And that is it. That's an empty box. So $10 for everything in there. I think I did pretty good for $10. I would have spent quite a bit more than that probably if I hit garage sales, and if there was enough garage sales to hit today. So really wasn't. There was one that was kind of bigger, but it would look like it was mostly clothes. I don't really deal with clothes a whole lot. I'll pick up a thing or two now and then. And that's it. Yep, that's it. That's everything. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I'm going to start making more videos again. This is my first one this year. I haven't made a video, I think, since October of last year, so it's been since then until April. Yeah, it's April 20th. It's almost the end of April. Gonna work on them like what sold videos too. See if I can get them out here. Let me know if you like this video. Comment, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Do what you want to do. Thanks for watching though. I appreciate it. Have a good day.